Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss gods and goddesses of classical Greek mythology. Now, let's move on to the timeless relevance of Greek mythology. Greek mythology continues to captivate audiences across the globe due to its timeless themes, rich symbolism, and profound influence on literature, art, and culture. These ancient tales of gods, heroes, and monsters resonate with people of all ages and backgrounds for several reasons. Here I have given you some of the reasons: universal themes, complex characters, mythological symbolism, cultural legacy, and continued adaptation. Let's move on to the short introduction on myths and Greek mythology. Myths are stories that are based on the tradition. Some may have factual origins while others are completely fictional. But myths are more than mere stories and they serve a more profound purpose in ancient and modern cultures. Myths are sacred tales that explain the world and man's experiences. Greek mythology is as fascinating now as it was thousands of years ago. However, they are much more than simply a collection of enchanting tales. Now, who were the ancient Greeks? Ancient Greece was a civilization that existed from around 800 BC and 146 BC. It was ruled by larger city states such as Athens and Sparta and spanned much of the land around Mediterranean Sea. The ancient Greeks have had a great effect on modern day society, even though they existed thousands of years ago. Fields like philosophy, literature, and theatre continue to be influenced by trends which started all the way back then. Now, let's move on to the creation of myth. A creation story is a myth or legend that explains how the world as we know it came to be. It is a symbolic narrative of how the world began and how people first came to inhabit it. While in popular usage, the term myth often refers to false or fanciful stories. Members of cultures often ascribe varying degrees of truth to their creation myths. Let's move on to the what is the Greek creation story? In the beginning, there was chaos, yawning nothingness, but somehow this enormous vacancy gave birth to Gaia, the earth, to Tartarus, the great region beneath the earth, and to Eros, the shining god of love and attraction. Primordial couple Sky and Earth produced Titanus. The gods are immortal and have the ability to magically move from one location to another in the realm of Greek mythology. Let's move on to the gods and goddesses here. Apollo, the sun god, Huntress, Diana's twin brother. Bacchus, the god of wine. Ceres, the goddess of agriculture, sister of Jupiter. Cupid, god of love and the cheeky child of Venus, Diana, virgin goddess of hunting, Juno, god's queen and Jupiter's sister. Jupiter, chief deity of the gods, Mars, the son of Jupiter and Juno, the god of war, Mercury, messenger of gods and Jupiter's son. Here the table about Greek gods and goddesses in detail. Now, why mythology is still relevant today? These myths remain true today because they show us the extremes of our experiences, sudden and catastrophic events, radical reversal of fortune, seemingly arbitrary events that change our everyday life. Myths are a part of every culture in the world and are used to explain natural phenomena, where a people came from and how their civilization developed and why things happen as they do. At a most basic level, myths comfort by giving a sense of order and meaning to what can sometimes seem a chaotic world. They deal, in short, in the hard basic facts of human life. Hence, Greek mythology captivates audiences across the globe because of its universal themes, complex characters, rich symbolism, cultural legacy, and continued adaptation in contemporary culture. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to speak to the human experience in all its complexity, making it a source of fascination and inspiration for generations to come. These are the references for the discussion here. And dear listeners, if you have questions in this discussion, kindly share the questions in the comment box that will be discussed in the separate video. Thank you for listening.